Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're here in Nashville at beautiful Jaan's house. This is presented by our friends at Show X, and we're live with Nicole Atkins right now. Nicole Atkins, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Jaan is beautiful.
Yes. Yes, Jaan is a beautiful man. His hair is blowing in the breeze right now. He's got a beautiful property, and we're happy to share it with you and with Stephen Cooper, who's on the guitar today. Stephen, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Man, so it's always wonderful to see you. It's extra special now that we're back in the world and really doing things.
I know. I've never seen you in the wild.
I know. That's right.
So
that's right. It's always a studio hang. So here we are in the forest, and we're about to share a lot of your music with the internet. What's happening first today?
We're going to do a song called Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 2, 3. Down by Shark River, you were not the swimmer that you used to be. Lost in the outlet. Don't forget to come home to me. And when you're found a wreck, come on back to my arms. And if we have to burn the sails, there is no shame to let it fail. The birds were in key.
Gorgeous!
Thank you. Gorgeous birds. Gorgeous.
What a wonderful assist from the forest there, man. That could not have been more perfect. Thank you for playing with us today. And I want to talk about that video a little bit. The video for Captain. I've watched it a number of times. It's like this very cool sort of 70s disco soft focus kind of a look.
Yeah, it was like an infomercial.
Yeah, which is amazing. And how much of that is you saying, I want an infomercial from the 70s and taking that concept to a director, or how much, or do you just hand your song to a trusted partner and say, do whatever you want to do?
So what we did for the Captain video was the director I worked with, Josh Shoemaker, he wanted to get this like analog glitch like machine, but it was an analog thing. So it was this really colorful box. And I went to Sephora and got my makeup did in exchange for buying some lashes, pro tip. And got a couple dresses that I returned. And had, pro tip. And there was a wind machine. And we didn't really have, you know, a plan. It was just me hamming it up, singing. And then once he put the glitch effect on it, I was like, this looks like a infomercial. We should get a phone number. And so we went to Google Voice and got a phone number. And we got like hundreds of messages. And we listened to all of them several times. People broke deep. I know a lot of secrets about people's lives, and I got a lot of, I can't curse on this, right?
You can curse all you want.
I got a lot of fuck you, Atkins. Your music sucks. But for the most part, it was really nice. And yeah, I think we're gonna revive that phone number on a Friday night. I'm making you do this with me. Fuck you, Atkins. It's gonna be every Friday. And it's going to be called What's Your Problem with Nicole Atkins, and we're going to take live phone calls, and we're going to work that shit out.
Nice, good. That's what I was about to ask you. I was going to say, is there any chance that you might release some of those phone calls out into the wild, like put out a record store day 7-inch of just fuck you, Atkins, and people's
some of it
wishes and desires and all that?
I would probably release
that sounds
the ones that are more on the negative side, but the ones that were, you know, beautiful messages, they seem a little bit too.
Yeah, that's just for you.
Yeah, that's for me.
Cool. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing the music. There is a lot of it to be shared with the internet. What are you going to do second today?
We're going to do a song called Never Going Home, and all of the stories in this song are true. All of them. I wrote the song with my good friend Jim Sclavunos from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and I had most of the stories written, and then he just had some real doozies that had to be thrown in. So, ready? 2, 3, 4. Woke up feeling half dead in a Hello Kitty bed in Youngstown, Ohio. Watched a minivan explode. Jimmy saw a UFO. Not proud of what I've done. You saw me, mama, but I'm never going home, never going home again. Bank accounts bleeding while we are sleeping in another murder motel. I landed on the blacklist of a couple journalists. I met much better people in jail. I'm not proud of what I've done. You wouldn't know me if you saw me, mama, but I'm never going home, never going home again. Eyes like an Egyptian tomb, illegal things in hotel rooms with TV stars who saw better days. Cherished every moment, saw a priest for my atonement. We're right back out and did it again. Fell into a sinkhole while the sky was raining toads. Still it never slowed my roll. I left the money, kept creative control for the sake of rock and roll. I'm not proud of what I've done. Someday I hope you can forgive me, mama. I'm never going home, never going home again. No, I'm never which is kind of ironic because I've been home for a while. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. So there are so many co-writes and guest artists on this record. I mean, it's such an epic lineup of artists that you got together, and such an epic place. I mean, it's done at Muscle Shoals. Carl Bromel's on it. There's, I mean, so many names. Can you talk about some of the other featured artists on this record?
Yeah. So I sang a song at Spooner Oldham's 75th birthday party at the Shoals Theater, and met all those guys, and we just hit it off really well. Kelvin Holly and David Hood and Spooner. And my label, Single Lock, was like, you should do a record in the Shoals. Went around and we visited all the studios, and there was just something about Muscle Shoals sound that it had like the colors, the grit. You just really felt like you were, it wasn't refurbished, you know? Even though it might have been refurbished, but like it felt real. And the people there were cool. And I didn't want to make an Atkins Goes to Muscle Shoals record, you know? I wanted to involve my friends that I played with throughout the last 10 years. So I was at Jim Sclavunos' house in London, and he had a picture of Muscle Shoals on his kitchen wall. And I was like, have you been there? And he's like, nah. And I was like, you want to be on the record? Sure. So it was like everybody that I saw leading up to going to make the record, if you were in front of me, you were asked to be in it. So Binky from the Dap Kings, he was there. We wrote a song together. He came, played guitar. Mackenzie Smith from Midlake. We've been wanting to make a record for a long time. He came. Britt from Spoon, we wrote a song together, and then he was like, where are you recording it at? And I told him, and he's like, that's a dream. And I was like, you want to come? And he's like, yeah.
Nice.
He bought me a suitcase as a thank you.
Is it a nice suitcase?
It's a really nice suitcase.
Well done, Britt.
The rest of the guys in the band, though, I was like, man, he wrote me a thank you card and sent me a suitcase. And they're all like, man, we're assholes. We'd never do that. But it was just such a good time. And at the end of it, David Hood me and him were hanging out. And he was like, you know, I go to work every day, I plug in, I play my bass, and I go home, play with my dogs, and I don't think about it. He's like, but that 5 days felt like we were a band. And I was like, we were a band. So nice. It was really special.
Nice, yeah, high praise, man. I'm sure I get the sense that the way that came together organically, I mean, musically it comes across on the record. You can tell that it is like a family affair and just friends enjoying each other's company.
Yeah.
It's been a total delight to listen to.
And a lot of them had never met before, too. So, like, I was having a panic attack, like, the week before. I'm like, oh, my God, what if they don't get along? Or I'm the only person not in a documentary. Like, what am I doing? And they all just loved each other. It was great.
Nice. Good. Well, we're about to hear another one off of Italian Ice. What's coming up third today?
This song was actually inspired by Kelvin Holly that I met at Spooner's birthday party. Kelvin was Little Richard's longtime guitar player, and he was like, how did you meet your husband? And I told him he was my tour manager, and I just caught a whiff of him, and he smelled like forever. And he's like, that's a song. And then I forgot to write it, and so the night before we went to record, I wrote it. So that's what this is. My husband hates this song, by the way. He thinks I'm a creep, which is true. Ready? Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Tired of talking shit. Brain selling, the other half is buying it. Is it legit or not? Get over it. Baby, kill the underground. I would rather linger longer where my love hangs around. He smells like forever. Trying to get my head quiet. I get it wrong, I get it right. Pray it lasts forever. closer. Let me try to figure you out. You're my straight shooter. You're not afraid to call me out. And you smell like forever. Midnight, trying to get my head quiet. I get it wrong, I get it right. Pray it lasts forever. And I work all night. I'm losing sleep, I'm not tired. Remind me it's a slow ride. Yeah, we got forever. We can't remember the beginning or where the story ends. It never ends. Midnight, trying to get my head quiet. I get it wrong, I get it right. Pray it lasts forever. And I work all night. I'm losing sleep, I'm not tired. Remind me it's a slow ride. Yeah, we've got forever. Yeah, we got forever. Yeah, we got forever. Yeah, we got forever. Yeah, we got forever. We got forever. I keep wondering if we're gonna do the jazz chord or not.
No, I didn't.
And I'm like, do it.
Regular.
Regular.
We'll take it in any iteration of the end of that song is wonderful.
No, you won't.
The jazz chord or the straight chord, whatever we just heard, I loved it. You guys made
Thank
the right
you.
decision. Can we talk a little bit about? I mean, I've seen a lot of what you've been streaming since pandemic started. There's the variety show, and the Last Waltz from home, right? Because you couldn't do it at the Capitol Theater this year. So check that out. It was amazing.
What did you think? That was pulled together in a week.
Yeah, I would not have known that if you didn't just say that. I think
It was
turned out
scary.
great. It's an epic lineup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now that shows are on the horizon, I mean, you're going to be at the Peach Fest in Scranton, PA. You're on
Yeah.
next year's Kayamo. What has your preparation process been like to lurch back into real life shows?
Well, we just got a new keyboard player, so we'll see how that works out. His name's Will. He's very nice. My band, Steven and Will live here, and my bass player, Spencer, lives in Muscle Shoals, and my drummer lives in Memphis. So we're going to throw some dice and see where we're going to practice. But yeah, just getting ready to do it again. You know, when we were doing the live stream shows, the variety shows, once I first did the first one and saw that my parents learned how to use YouTube, and I saw them in the comments, I was like, oh, there's people in there, you know? So I was able to go there in my mind that there's people in there.
Totally.
So now there's going to be real people in there, hopefully, and shit's going to get weird.
Good.
And I can't wait.
It's happening right now. I mean, we've got a very good crowd on the other side of these
know.
cameras. There's people in those boxes.
Great looking people everywhere.
Yeah.
If you could see.
Yeah. Let's see. There's more music. We've got,
We got
there's a
one more
bonus track
song for
happening.
you. We're gonna bring you straight down. And then we're gonna jump off this deck. This song's called "The Night of Serious Drinking." You asked me once, what good is day Then careless hearts burn so bright. You and I are not like that legendary bird that arises from ash. We burn and crash. You asked me once, what good is love if hurt is just around the bend? You and I play hide and seek so very well, and the game never ends in a spell. You asked me once, when will it end? These funny little ups and downs, every disaster that befalls you and I must show that we care. A pair of clouds. On a jet plane, sailing through the night, I find I'm thinking of you. 'Cause 9 years ago was just like yesterday, and you never look back under attack. On a jet plane, sailing through the night, I guess I'm wasting precious time. 7 years ago, you told me you had plans to go, and you'd never come back. Shows what you know. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Nicole. It's always great to see you. Thank you, Stephen
too.
Cooper, for playing today. You guys sound wonderful together, and it can't wait until we see the stage show. We might see you on the boat next year at Cayamo, potentially.
Yes,
might
we're
jump
gonna
on
play.
that boat.
We're gonna play Kokomo like 30 times.
Sweet.
Get ready.
All right, I will listen to it. Best of continued luck on Italian Ice. It's out in
Thank
the world
you.
on Single Lock Records right now. So thank
we
you.
actually have a new version too. We re-recorded the whole record with just strings and piano in Memphis. So I'll have some news on that soon.
All right, that sounds good. We'll look forward to it. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.